Hi everyone, my name is Mr. Canning. I'm a maths teacher at St Benedict's High School. Hopefully by this stage I've had an opportunity to meet most of you. Guys, you're going to be the very first ever Primary 7 to work through this Numeracy Ready programme. Hopefully it's been designed to try and help you be confident and have an idea of what your strengths and weaknesses are in the area of mathematics. So, what is the Numeracy Ready programme? It's essentially a resource, it's a program that's designed to help you be the best possible mathematician that you can be. High school builds on a lot of ideas from primary school, so the more comfortable you are with these ideas, these different ideas in mathematics, the easier it will be for us at high school to build on them, because maths is a subject where you just build on top of previous knowledge. So if our previous knowledge is really secure, then we're going to have a better platform to build upon. Okay, so what does the Numeracy Ready programme consist of? It consists of two main ideas. It consists of weekly homework tasks, although these may be completed in class. I'll show you what the homework tasks look like. Every week, this is a 7-week programme. Every week you have 32 questions to complete. You can complete them in school or at home. It's a booklet that you would write on. So let's say if you wanted to do 2/3 of 12, this is number 7, so I would do 12 divided by 3 and I would times that by 2 and I would get a final answer of 8. Sometimes questions are really quick, sometimes it takes a wee bit longer. I'm looking at number 11, 25%. Well, 50% is 3, so 25% is going to be half of that, so it's 1.5. Okay, so over time some of these questions are really quick, sometimes it takes a wee bit longer. Look at that, 2,400 divided by 100, that's just 24. So you would work through this in the process of the full week. After you've worked through the weekly homework task, this is then complemented by weekly quizzes. In the past, in primary school, you might have done like a weekly spelling test. Well, essentially, we're going to do weekly quizzes with this Numeracy Ready programme, where the questions are more or less identical to what is in the homework tasks. Okay, the idea is that if you work through the homework tasks, the more confident you will be with the weekly quizzes. The quizzes are much shorter. The quizzes are only 12 questions. So this is a 7-week programme. So you've got 7 homework tasks and then 7 weekly quizzes. The quizzes are more or less identical to the questions you see within the homework. So you'd work through these quizzes maybe on a Friday, maybe have 10 minutes to do them, and then you would mark your work. The teacher wouldn't take it in a mark, you would probably just swap your quiz with someone else and the teacher would read out the answers. Okay, so what does this booklet look like? It's not a big booklet, but it looks a little bit like this. I'll just show you the first few pages. There's a wee bit of information here on what's going to make me a good mathematician. That's what we think up at St Benedict's High School. You need an amazing work ethic, a mindset where you don't get kind of bogged down by mistakes when you try and learn from them, and confidence, have a wee bit of belief. And then we've got some stuff here about supporting your family. I'll explain that in a wee moment. And here's another page similar to that, and then here's our first homework task here. Okay, so it's usually the homework tasks go across a couple of weeks. And then you'll see then homework week 2. These dates you can ignore, that was just when the booklets were created. Okay, you will notice a few slides back that we had this here in one of the opening pages of the booklet. These here cover all the main key skills that are going to be covered within this program: addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, long multiplication, multiplying and dividing by 10, 100, 1000, factors, fractions, decimal percentages, rounding, and calculating a percentage. The idea behind these is these things are called QR codes. You might be aware of them. What you can do is if you're doing a homework question and you don't know how to do the question, and let's say the question was calculate 3/5 of 30, and you didn't know how to do that, well, you know that that is the fraction of an amount question. So what you could do is you could take, if you have an internet enabled mobile phone, you could open up the camera and just put the camera on that, and that will recognize this as a QR code, and that will take you to a web page which will show you a video of me explaining how to do that. Okay, if you're struggling continually with long multiplication, you could watch the video by putting your camera over that. Or if your phone doesn't have the capability to read QR codes, although there is an app for it, if it doesn't, what you can do is you can search for me. If you go onto YouTube and search for Mr. Canning Maths, you will get access to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel's got about 200, 300 videos, but you'll notice here, I'll do this in blue, you'll notice down here that there is a playlist called Primary 7. This playlist is the playlist that the videos are all housed in. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what the playlist looks here. So if you were to hold the QR code over division, it would take you directly to this video. If you didn't have the QR code though, you could just search for Mr. Canning Maths and then you'll be able to get into the playlist there. Essentially, I've tried to do some short wee examples on how to do each of these individual skills. So if you're doing something wrong, or if you're not sure about something, you can get help. 5 minutes, there's a few examples on how to do subtraction, then you have a go at those ones in the homework. The more effort you put into the homework, the better you will do in these quizzes. So here's what the quizzes will look like. Short, sharp, questions 1 to 12. What's going to happen is after you complete a quiz, at the start of this program, everyone is going to be issued with this. This is a quiz tracker sheet. So let's say after quiz 1, you've marked your work. What you're going to do is if you get the questions right, you're going to tick it in quiz 1, and if you get it wrong, you're going to cross it in quiz 1. For example, you might have got the addition question right, the subtraction question right, the multiplication wrong, division right, and so on. So after quiz 1, you will fill in this sheet, and your sheet might look like this here. Guys, what you'll find is that over time, these probably what's going to happen is in the first couple of quizzes, you're going to have more incorrect than later on. You'll find that as we do this in repeated times, that you're going to get better and better and better and better and better. Trust me on that. Don't be afraid to have a cross. Crosses are good. Crosses help you identify what you know and what you don't know. And they also help your teacher see, oh, I know that Samantha needs help with working out the percentage of an amount. It's a really useful resource that will help us and you figure out what you need to improve on. And then there's quiz 2, and after you do quiz 2, you're going to do the same thing for quiz 2. And over the course of this 7-week program, the more quizzes you do, you're going to see that eventually you're going to have your tracker sheet looking like this, and after the 7 weeks, it's going to look something like this here. Okay, so hopefully when we've completed this program, you will have a quiz tracker sheet that resembles something like this here. Now, why is this useful? Why is this helpful? Well, hopefully it highlights what you know. So if you have a look at this here, it looks like this person really knows their addition. They made one silly mistake perhaps, but they know their addition. It looks like division is an issue. Do you see how there's lots of crosses there? So this person would maybe need extra work on division and long multiplication. It looks like they're really strong with rounding. They're not great with their factors. It looks like they've made a real improvement in their percentages and their fractions. So if you were then working at home or getting some extra homework or getting extra practice, you would say, Miss, can I get some extra work on division? Okay, it's helping you be your best. So the program should help you identify your strengths and areas you need to improve upon. Guys, I've seen a lot of you so far, either through the transition program or through me visiting the primary schools. I've not seen everyone yet, but I've been really astounded. I think you guys are a really strong primary 7 this year, and I can't wait to see you in high school next year. I think you're going to be a really great year group. Please keep working hard. This program might be difficult initially, but trust me, I know it will work. I know it will work if you put the hard work into it. What's going to happen is that I'm going to ask you to please keep the homework booklet. Please keep all your quizzes and your numeracy ready quiz tracker sheet, because what's going to happen is that after Christmas our transition teacher, Mrs. Gray, will come and collect everything to see how you're getting on, and that's going to give us a better idea of what you are good at and what we need to address when you come up to high school. This is for us as much as it is for you. Okay, good luck. If there's anything your teachers will get in touch with me if they're not sure of. But guys, best of luck, enjoy it. 7 weeks of hard work, and it'll really give you some good information, your teachers some good information, and certainly us at St Benedict's High School some great information. Thank you so much for your hard work in advance for this. Thank you. Goodbye.